Good morning. My crazy hair. Good morning, fam bam. What are you eating over there? Captain Crunch? And you have some of that shake on your nose too, and you think you're cool. So this morning I am cooking some breakfast, and I found some really cool tortillas that I showed you guys yesterday. Brown rice tortillas. So I'm gonna have this. It's 130 calories, 24 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of fat, which is not bad at all. Then I'm gonna make some of these and put them in here. And then I picked up some fruit that'll have a little bit of each. And then I just set up my Nespresso machine, and my coffee machine has been being neglected, but I'm gonna have some of this coffee right here. But I currently do not have the correct cups to fit in here. I have to have little cappuccino cups, so we ordered those from Amazon. They should be coming, I think, today or tomorrow. But this Nespresso machine is so good. It'll either like make a like 1 shot or 2 shots, and it's really quick, but it's honestly like really good. And I've been having that for the last like 4 days over my cup of coffee. So prep starts Monday. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. 12 weeks of giving everything I got, testing all my limits. Shit's scary. Excuse my French, but I'll show you guys what I'm eating today and what I'm working out, which is probably legs. So I'm gonna put some Cholula on this. And I'm also going to have my juice for the day. And my espresso. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie. That tortilla was nasty. It was hard and it was gross, and I don't recommend them at all. I'm gonna try a different tortilla, but currently the tortilla is in the trash. I'm just gonna eat like this. So I am ready for the gym. I just got this New York hat and I really liked it from PacSun. I'm wearing an Adidas top and Lululemon pants. And I'm gonna eat a chicken salad. I got it from Trader Joe's. It's actually really good. Brendan is on his way, and we are gonna have a hardcore leg workout, I guess. I think it's gonna be more style towards powerlifting. I'm not sure. I'm just excited about getting in a leg day today because today's Wednesday. I didn't go to the gym Monday. I went to the gym yesterday, did back and buys, and today's gonna be legs for me because I was waiting for him. But he said to eat something probably before we go to the gym because it's gonna be a long day, long workout. I'm kind of scared, not gonna lie, but let's get this salad down and this show on. What's up, guys? So I am here at the gym and I'm about to get this lift on, and this is Brendan.
I've known Jess for like 5 years. We go way back.
Way back.
And we get to do some fun stuff today because of it, so it's cool.
Yeah, and his last name is Tietz. I promise
Not
this is
a
rated PG-13 vlog channel, but Brendan Tietz. I will put his link below. He is an amazing power lifter. I'm saying that right. No, but really though, he's a really good person, and overall he knows his fitness shit. Like, this guy like makes me look bad. He makes me look like I'm back in 1st grade in like fitness whatever 101 or whatever the hell you want to call it. But if you guys really want to learn something just about muscle growth, powerlifting, bodybuilding, if it fits your macros, any of that. He's super detailed on his channel, and I definitely recommend that you guys follow him. Just check out one of his videos and you guys will see what I'm talking about. But he actually lives by me now, and so we have been wanting to get together to do a collab because he's going to teach me some powerlifting stuff today, and I'm basically gonna do like a one
rep max.
One rep max, and I've never done that.
She's never done that.
Deadlift.
So we get to see where her baseline strength is, and then from there we get to do some back off like technique work. A big thing with powerlifting is getting your technique just like A1 perfect, and that allows you to move more weight and do it safely. So we're just gonna kind of have fun and mess around with that.
He's gonna show me he's gonna tell me how bad my form is, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I feel like my form is pretty good, but I don't think it's like an A+. There's a lot of times where like I'll try to make the weight a lot heavier and my, you know, my form won't be that great. So I know he's gonna really fix my technique.
Everyone starts off kind of bad, but it'll be good. And this will be a learning experience for you guys, because you'll get to see some of the foundation things that I correct in her technique and apply that to your training too. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of just show you guys what is our workout gonna be today. The workout, we're gonna start with squats. We're gonna build her up to a 1 rep max. I should say conservative 1 rep max, not like a grindy all out, I'm barely getting the weight up, but something that's very challenging, 90% plus of a 1 rep max. And then from there, we're gonna back off and go down to around 80% of that weight, and then work on technique, not go to failure, just work on cues and figure out where her muscular imbalances are, some of her like movement pattern deviations. So things if she's tipping over in her squat or if her knees are caving in, figure out why that's happening, and then like fix that with, you know, certain movement corrections as well as like other special exercises. And then from there, we're gonna do some deadlifts and do the same thing for deadlift. Okay.
Ben is just taking over.
I'm just gonna take over. So what we're starting with, we're gonna have her do some foam rolling, which everyone and their mom has seen what foam rolling is at this point. What a lot of people don't understand is what foam rolling actually does. There's no long-term tissue change with foam rolling. It doesn't actually release your fascia like you'll hear people say. Instead, you got Jess on it.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing really.
Just honestly, we'll show you in a sec. I'll explain to the audience here in a sec. But what this is going to do is release neurological tone. So instead of actually changing the tissue like a lot of people think foam rolling does, it basically shuts off the tonage of our muscle, meaning we can get into positions without feeling that tight, kind of achy feeling because of foam rolling. And it's not permanent, it only lasts a little while, which is why sometimes you'll foam roll and then all of a sudden like those tight feelings come back like 30 minutes later or after your workout. So I start with this just to basically get the muscles to feel good and so we can get into proper position. But from there I actually go into stretching and dynamic stretching, and then as well as activation work. Mobility is also specific to the individual. So if you have two people who have different anatomies, they're gonna need different things they need to focus on. This is a very generic warm-up routine we're doing with her, but over time we would mold this to fit her actual mobility needs. Mine are gonna be different than hers, so keep that in mind. This is just like a generic starter, so to say, like mobility routine. Okay, so lastly, we're going through some activation work. The first one was foam rolling. The first thing we did was foam rolling. Then we did some dynamic stretching, and now she's doing some activation work. You can see here she's just doing some body weight hip thrusts and focusing on squeezing her glutes. All this does is basically get you prepared to lift properly. A lot of the time from sitting down and doing things that we do in everyday life, our glutes get sleepy, our upper back muscles get sleepy, and this engages them. That way they're moving in these big compound movements we're doing. If we're gonna go squat, sometimes our quads might want to take over in the squat and our glutes will stay shut off. But we do this before the heavy lifting, that way those muscles are engaged in there too. This isn't to actually get a workout. This is literally just to turn the muscle group on and get it activated. Good. And now she's gonna do the same thing for her upper back. Okay, what did I just tell you you're doing wrong? Let's see if you can repeat it back. Put on the spot.
Overextending my back and pushing my butt out.
Yeah. So she's basically dealing with what I see a lot of women actually deal with, which is overextension of the squat. On her way down when she's squatting, I'm gonna show my low back and my butt. She's basically overarching her lumbar spine right here. And it's causing her butt to tuck under when she hits the hole. And what that's bad for force transfer, it's bad for spine health. And so we need to neutralize her spine. And instead of it being way overarched, we need to get it more neutral. So instead of it being here, we need it down there. So when she gets under the bar, the main thing we're looking to do is at the top of the rep, before we do anything, we want to squeeze the glutes because that's going to actually neutralize that spine. And then from there, we're going to take a deep breath into our stomach and squeeze our abdominal wall. So it's basically breathe into the stomach after we've squeezed the glutes, and it looks nice and ugly like this. And then from there, we focus on extending back, sitting between the legs, and then coming back up. What she was doing is basically not breathing into her stomach and overarching her back like this and causing it to tuck under in the hole and then coming back up, overextending the back. So we need to get her more neutral like this and not like this.
Okay, don't over exaggerate. You almost fell over.
Is it too high? Still good? There you go. Much better. No, you did that better than the first few reps. A little bit deeper and a little bit more knees out. Yep. There you go. Go ahead, man, you're fine. Good. Go ahead, rack it. A little bit, but it's much better. It's gonna be a work in progress.
That's easy.
You can feel the difference, right?
I can feel the difference.
She can feel the difference.
Look at it. You can even see it. Let me show you guys what I learned. This is what I used to do.
That's what she used to do, and you can see the pelvis rotating out of the hole. No rotation.
It's way better, huh?
Way better. All right, let's get under the bar and do another set. One more. And go ahead, rack it up.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so now she's finally actually squatting the right way and she can feel the difference. Look at that.
Finally.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at the hair just like thrown up there. So the thing about learning new movement patterns, when you actually learn to do something the right way, it's going to feel harder at first, which is what she just noticed. That's because she's using new motor units. Basically, her brain is sending signals to different muscle fibers she's never used before. And so they're untrained in the movement of the squat. And so it's going to feel harder, but that doesn't mean it's the wrong way. It's once she gets used to this, now she'll be much safer and stronger when she builds back up in the squat. So today, she just did 35s each side, which is what, 115, I think? 105, 115, yeah, 115. And we're gonna go probably to a plate next and see if that's around her 1 rep max.
But it feels so much better. Like I feel like so stable and like I could legit feel it in my quads. As before, I didn't feel it in my quads that much.
Yeah.
When I was arching.
So the muscular activation is way different. Her back isn't doing all the work anymore. Now her legs are actually engaging, and that's what's happening. Anyway, let's see what we get her up to.
Should I do what?
Just go one here, and we're gonna only do singles from here on out. Get the hair out of the way. Good racket. You got this. Come on. You don't need a ritual yet, but soon you will. Come on, keep going. Atta girl. Good. That was really good.
Piece of cake, piece of cake. Yeah, whatever. You move faster than I do.
Straight down. No, it's, yeah, like that. As long as your grip doesn't give out, yep, that's perfect. Good. Good. Bar close to the body. There you go. Two more. Good, stop there. I don't look as pale. I like this setup.
He had to set the lighting so he wasn't pale, but he's super white boy, so he's always gonna look. It's okay. It's okay. So today was awesome. I'm gonna say this, and I always preach about this too. Like, I don't know everything just because I'm in the spotlight and I have a good body and all that. Like, that doesn't mean I always know everything, and I always say that I'm a student of life and I'm very open to learning, and I'm very open to saying, like, if I don't know everything, which I don't know everything, but I would never tell Garrett that. But I'll tell you guys that. But today I basically learned how to do a squat for the first time, and that sounds crazy, but he'll kind of tell you like what I was doing wrong, and this is what I've been doing for years wrong, and it's what I see 99.9% of everybody on Instagram doing wrong as well. And I can tell you, when he fixed my form, I felt it so much more in my glutes, I felt it so much more in my quads, and I just felt a lot more stable. I felt even stronger doing it this way. At first it was a little iffy because everything's like, you're never going to be like the strongest when you're trying new form or even just trying new exercises in general, but over time, I think I did like a couple dozen reps, like I felt a lot better. So what are you gonna say about my squat?
It actually looked good. Hers wasn't as bad as she thinks. She was dealing, her main problem, you got to remember, whenever we approach squat form, it's like levels, different levels of things we need to work on. Right now we're working on her foundation, her base stuff that she needs to build up from. And when you get more advanced and there's little nuances and stuff, you also change. But today we were working on the foundation pieces, and the main thing she was dealing with was overextension in her lumbar region. Basically her low back was sticking out, and it was overactive, taking tension away from her glutes, her legs, and everything else. And it's also a little dangerous for the spine, as well as it transfers force poorly to the bar. You're actually weaker that way when you overextend. So we worked on fixing that, and the reason why it feels a little bit harder at first is because now you're using new form, more different motor units are being recruited. Basically the little signals that get sent from your brain to the muscles are changing, and so it makes it feel a little foreign. But once she started getting it down, her second max she did on squat, which she filmed on her phone for Instagram, was was quicker than the first one, even though it was the same weight. She was more fatigued, and it's because she was finally starting to get the form down. So we fix her overextension by having her brace her core more, having her activate the glutes, and really not like let her body, just mentally we were trying to force her to not overextend like she was so used to. We also worked on her sumo deadlift, which we didn't really get a film because we thought this video would be too long, so I'll keep that part short, but mainly just getting her into proper positioning with her foot distance, like where her feet are placed on the bar, working on her glute activation there, making sure she wasn't overextending in that too, because she was also doing it on the deadlift, and a few other things. Where we take it from here, there's like 1,000 other things we need to work on, but it's just like one step at a time. She nailed the big thing we needed to work on first, and like next time we work together, she'll kind of hone that into whatever's next. So
yeah, so the main thing, what he was saying was overextending my back. So meaning like, you know, when you see girls really sticking out their butt when they're doing squats, because trust me, it looks really good too, like when you're doing it. But
yeah, it looks good on camera.
Yeah, but the form that you showed me too in the pictures, like they still looked really good too. So anyway, I am definitely trying to more educate you guys on my channel as well. And like I said, Brennan is like a freaking walking encyclopedia when it comes to like form and technique and all that. So I'm gonna have him more on my channel, also throughout my bikini prep series, because that starts on Monday.
Yeah, that's
so
exciting.
What we want to do is we want to really like talk about like a lot of myths and stuff like that that goes on in the competitive world. I've done 33 shows, and I always say that. I swear I should make a shirt that says I've done 33 shows, because if you think about it, like that is just an insane amount of shows, and I have so much insight and information and things that I've really learned to do and learn not to do. But then as well, this prep, I'm approaching it a lot differently. It's been a couple years since I've been on stage, so I'll keep rambling, but what I'm saying is I really want to bring more education to my YouTube channel, because when it comes to really dissecting things and going with things like more by the book and like really dissecting it all, like I can't do that, but he can. So
she's got the personal anecdote.
We'll invite him.
33 shows is insane. That's got to be a record. I don't think anyone has done that many. At least not anyone your age.
No, I think like it may be in that amount of time naturally at the pro stage, probably not. And that's like talking about, people ask me even to this day, like, how did you do that? And my only answer is I was crazy, because you literally have to be insane. Literally.
It's pretty intense.
Like a fucking Beethoven or Mozart of like the bikini competing world, I swear, because it's just like unheard of. And like that's why I'm excited to do this series with you guys, and I'm excited to just show you guys and learn with you guys. Like today I learned how to do better form, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
It's very much appreciated, because I will be implementing that in all of my training now. And I also learned how to do a proper sumo squat, proper sumo deadlift. See, I don't even know. And then proper what was it?
Deadlift.
Conventional deadlift.
Although that was, you had that one nailed down.
Yeah, that one was way more simple, but the sumo deadlift was like pretty intense too, and we'll go more into depth about that. But we wanted to really touch base on the actual squat. So I will be putting on like kind of like in the description what we did, and I will also put his link to his channel down in the description box, so make sure to subscribe, because he will be on my channel more often, and we are going to be educating you guys. So stay tuned. We're actually going to go eat some Mexican food post-workout. Thanks for tuning in. What were we going to call this video? The perfect squat, or how to do a perfect squat, something or learning like a perfect squat, something like that. So I'll see you tomorrow.